Hey guys, Happy New Year. I know, it's basically the end of January, but still Happy New Year. First, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a new subscriber, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're new and you have not subscribed, then please click that subscribe button and join the family, okay? So yeah, let's get into today's video. So Happy New Year, guys. Oh my gosh, I don't know, I feel like 2022, just January took so long, and also I just feel like this year it kind of didn't really feel like a new year, but you knew that it's a new year, you know what I mean? But anyways, on to today's video. Today's video is about the vision. And I thought of this video this topic because, you know, it's the beginning of a new year. In a few days we'll be starting February and it's a new month. And, you know, most of the time, some people have already actually written down visions and goals for the year in January. And some people like to settle into the year first, see how it's going, then write the goals, like me. But yeah, it's never too late to write down a vision, a plan, a goal, a dream, whatever it is that you have. So that's why today's video we're going to be talking about the importance of visions or goals or dreams and the importance of writing them down. Okay, so firstly, the vision. The first thing you need to do when you have a dream, a goal, or a vision, whether it's about your business plan, whether it's about your workout plan, whether it's about your life, you know, when you're a student, if you're about to graduate and trying to navigate through life and figure out what you're going to do next, or when you're starting a new job, or when you're starting something entirely new, you need to write down the vision. You need to write down the vision and write it down very clearly. Yeah, most of the times when you write things down, it doesn't only have to be about a budget. You don't just write things down when you're like, okay, grocery list, okay, this is the budget for the month, okay, this is the budget for the food. Writing visions down is very important, and writing them very detailed is very important. I know some people also really love having vision boards, and also having vision boards is really important. You know, if you're not religious, there's this book you guys I think should read called The Secret. I think I read it in high school, and it basically talks about the law of attraction and the way you basically think and the way you see things. The universe basically reciprocates that. So if I think positively, or if I tell myself I'm a achiever, and when I say like I'm an achiever, I mean I get good things, or I'm a top student, I get good grades, and these are the type of grades that I get, and every day I envision those grades. The universe will make things be like in my favor, basically, right? But if I tell myself like I'm such a bad student, I get like the worst grades every time, that's just gonna happen. And you know, there's some things that we're in control of and some things that we're not in control of. Things that we're not in control of are things like what the universe gives back to you, and things you're in control of is like studying for the grades, you know, and putting in the work for the vision. So yeah, if you're religious, like I'm a Christian, for example, I really believe in this because even in the Bible it talks about the importance of writing visions down. I think in the book of Habakkuk, yeah, let me read the verse. This is Habakkuk 2 verse 2, and it says, the just live by faith. So it says, then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. This verse is so important because it talks, firstly, the Lord answered me saying. So every time you're praying, you're like, God, give me a clue, give me a goal, give me something, give me something, give me this. Sorry. So every time you're praying to God and praying to God about your plans or your life, or we always ask God for things, and God says, everything that you're asking me, write down the vision. Write down the vision and make it plain on tablets. So write down the vision and write it so detailed. So God answered saying, don't just, when you're praying, don't just pray. Write down the vision, the goal, what you're asking for. Write it down and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. So the person who reads it, right? The person who sees it may run. When it says that he may run who reads it, it's so important because he didn't say he may walk who reads it, he may crawl, he may, it's he may run who reads it. For you to run with a vision that's not even yours, it shows that you are really trying to carry something out. You really have a plan for this thing, and it's really important. You want to fulfill it. And so this talks about how the Lord is answering that you should write down the vision, write down the plans, write down the goals, and write it so detailed that if someone else comes and sees it, they can carry it out. It can manifest, and then it says, he says make it plain on tablets. So don't just write it down once on something. It's kind of like if you're gonna study, if you're gonna revise for an exam, if you're gonna write a business plan, you don't just write the business plan. First you come up with the ideas, you put down the drafts, then you put on the feasibility analysis, and this is what God is basically saying. Write plain on tablets, and then that he may run who reads it, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Most of the time we try to rush things and rush what God wants to do in our lives. This talks about the importance of writing the vision down, writing the goal down, writing it so detailed that someone else can come and carry it out, but also being patient and trusting in God and his timing, trusting that even though I have written this vision down today, I have written it very detailed, it might not come today, it might not come next week, but it will come. It's just not gonna come now, for it is for an appointed time. This is so important because when you make a doctor's appointment, for example, you're going to see the doctor, and the doctor knows you're going to come and see him, but there's a specific time that he's going to come and see you, and when he sees you, he's going to help you with exactly what you need, and he gives you all the time because you've scheduled it, right? So even the vision, when it's for an appointed time, it's not gonna be rushed, it's not going to be incomplete, it's not going to be, no, when you write it down and you write it down detailed, whoever sees it and runs with it, at that time when they run with it, it will be complete, it will be fulfilled, it will be in the best way it could possibly be, because it came at an appointed time. And it says, but at the end, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. This is so powerful because for a vision to speak, it shows the power in that vision. I'm writing down goals and dreams, I'm writing down plans, and I don't need to shout out that, oh my gosh, this is happening. It just speaks on its own. It just speaks on its own, and it says, as it speaks, it will not lie, which is so true because God is the way, the truth, and the life. So when the vision speaks, a vision that you have written down, and you put God in the center of that, the vision will speak for itself, which shows the power of the vision, that the vision will not just reveal you or your life or how you walk by faith, but it will also reveal God himself. People will see God in the vision, because everything works for the greater good of God, for his kingdom. And it then says, though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. This basically, most of the times we like to rush things, and we spoke about how it's important to understand that it's for an appointed time, and it will tarry. Anything worth waiting for is going to be difficult. Anything worth having has a challenge. And we like to think that when you are walking and you're someone of faith, or you are religious or something, it's going to be easy. No, it's easier to walk with God, but it's not easy. That's why it says there's this verse that says enter by the narrow gate, right? It's Matthew 7 verse 13 to 17. Enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Which is very important, right? That anything worth having is going to be challenging. The vision for it to be fulfilled, walking with God, and for people to see God through that vision, for your plans to be carried out and you have centered them on God, it's going to be bigger than what you think. Never limit God. Never limit God. When you write down a vision, when you write down your goals, when you write down your dreams, never limit God. He will use that for you and for people around you and for people you do not even know. And that's how that's why the vision is so powerful, that it speaks for itself. And that's why the vision will not lie, because people will see God through it, because God is the way, the truth, the life. And that is why it says, though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. It's basically saying it's going to be challenging. It might take a while, but it will come. It might be challenging. Most of the times with visions, with goals, with new things, you're in a new place. You don't know what you're doing. You're in a new season, or you're in something you've never done before, and it's confusing, and you feel out of place, and you feel incompetent, and you don't know what to do. But God is with you, and you will prevail. You will manage, you will overcome. So it's basically saying straight is the gate, and narrow is the way that leads to life. It's going to be narrow, and it's going to be challenging. Yes, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. It's going to be challenging, it's going to be narrow. It might feel lonely sometimes, but it's always going to be worth it. And it says, behold the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Sometimes when you know you're capable of doing some things, you try to take things into your own hands and everything. But it's important to understand that when it says the just live by faith, it's basically saying, you write down a vision, you write it down plainly on many tablets, right? And you write down this vision, and you write it down in many tablets, so detailed that anyone who comes and sees it can be able to carry it out. And as you do this, you wait in faith. The proud try to now execute the plan themselves, right? You wait in faith. Waiting doesn't mean just chilling and be like, I'm waiting for the vision. No, you wait while you're putting in the work that God wants you to put in, right? And when you do that, you're living by faith. You're living by faith, and it's also important to live by faith, because it's really important also to live by faith, because if you're not living by faith, then you're just going to basically be living by fear. You can't start off every plan with fear. You need to surrender, and you need to live off by faith. That's basically it. You have written down the vision, you have written it down plainly, you have written it down in a way where someone else who comes to see it can be able to carry it out, because it's plain and it's detailed. And on top of that, you are waiting on it by faith. You're waiting on it and trusting in the Lord. The proud try to now implement that by themselves, to implement the vision and the idea and the goal by themselves, and be like, I can do it, But really, you have to wait, and you have to trust in God and His timing, and not try to rush the process. Waiting doesn't mean doing nothing. You know, when you're writing down an exam and you want the good grades, you write down the grades that you want, you write down that this is what I want to accomplish, and you trust in God, but you still go and study. You still try and review. You still try to make the notes. You still try to do all of that, but you leave the rest to God and trust in God. You don't now try to contact the people who are going to, you know, grade the exams, or like, you know, try to be in control. You know, there's some things we should be in control of and some things we shouldn't be in control of, because that's how life is. There's always a balance. There's sugar, there's salt, there's water, there's fire. I don't know, water, oil. But you get what I'm trying to say. And this is so important, guys. The irony of me saying all of this is because I was literally in a phase in my life where I was trying to be in control of everything. And now I'm actually understanding why I'm only recording this video now, because I have recorded this video before, I think twice, but I didn't post it. There's another time where I went and maybe I'll show like a picture of where I went to go record it, and I didn't. But today I'm actually, God is hilarious. God is funny. It makes sense why today is the day where I'm actually filming this video and going to be posting this video, because I have been going through that, you know. But anyways, yeah, that is basically today's topic, guys. Write down those visions, write them down clearly and plainly. Trust in God. It will be challenging. The way will be narrow. The gate will be straight, but the way will be very, very, very narrow. There will be challenges. There will be a lot of challenges, but trust that those challenges, they're just there to build. They can never distract, or they can never remove, or they can never break what God has given to you, or what God has promised you, because God of Abraham, you're the God of covenant and faithful promises. Yeah. Okay, guys, anyways, that is the end of the video. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I hope you have a very fruitful and amazing year. Write down the visions. Let's achieve our goals, guys, and yeah, see you next week for the next video. Bye.